So over the weekend, I saw two movies, Send Help and Iron Lung. So here are my quick thoughts on both.
Send Help follows Linda Little, an employee at a large company who gets stranded on an island with her boss, Bradley, and must try to survive even as tensions rise between them. This film was kind of a wild ride from start to finish. You have Rachel McAdams as the awkward and slightly unhinged Linda, and then Dylan O'Brien as the asshole boss who starts out needing to rely on Linda's skills. This film was tense, funny, and a solid survival thriller all around that gets a little crazy during its finale.
I will say though, I'm not quite sure how I feel about the final scene as it felt a little contradictory even if it was pretty amusing. Overall, this ended up being very well made and entertaining, and it's nice to see Sam Raimi back behind the camera again. Next, I watched Iron Lung, which focuses on a convict who's tasked with navigating an ocean of blood in a small submarine in exchange for his freedom, only to find that there's something else in the ocean with him.
For context, this particular film is made by the YouTuber Markiplier, whose content I never really watched much over the years, but I have always respected him. So when I heard that he was finally putting out a movie that he'd been making for the past few years, I was curious about it and thought I'd go see what it was all about. And honestly, this ended up being a lot better than I anticipated. This film does an excellent job at building tension and creating this atmosphere where the unnerving sound design leaves a lot to the imagination. Having not played the game before watching this, I can definitely say that this stood well on its own and made me want to play the game, which I have done since watching this movie.
I do think it could have been a little shorter as it did drag a bit at times, but this was still a solid directing effort from Markiplier, and I genuinely hope that he does something like this again in the future.